This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview. Joining me on Stockbox today is Professor Richard Conroy from Conroy Gold. Hello, Richard. How are you?
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Richard. So it's good to be catching up with you here on Stockbox during the 2021 drilling program that has started at Clontibret. So this must be exciting. What's going on?
It is indeed. No, it's excellent. Well, it's always good to see the drilling program start, and especially when we have a lot of targets and a lot to do, and also particularly good in that this drilling program, of course, at this stage is part of the due diligence exercise with our proposed joint venture partners for Project Inish, DMR. So it's very, very good indeed that that drilling is now quite well. It's really well underway, and that, of course, was a major feature of moving towards the definitive agreement. We already have very comprehensive, as you know, letter of intent with DMR Export. But nonetheless, the due diligence has to be done. And with the difficulties in travel, with the difficulties from COVID and so on, it's excellent that we've been able to move so quickly. And they did so by bringing on consultants, good consultants, international consultants, and they have been working with our team for these preliminary holes at Clontibret. So that's very well underway, and that's something that we were concerned might take longer. But I must say there's been great cooperation between DMR Export and ourselves, and so that's well advanced. And as well as that, of course, the other discussions are ongoing. And again, because it was such an advanced document in the letter of intent, a great deal of work has been done. I'm sure there'll be a lot more to be completed. But nonetheless, this was drilling aspect was obviously a major aspect to be done, and it should be completed relatively soon now. And at the same time, of course, it forms the basis for the ongoing drilling program at Clontibret, which we'll be discussing with our partners, our prospective partners, as we move forward, and be moving forward at obviously a greatly increased pace, because they have the financial resources and the desire to move quickly. As you recollect, Mark, the primary focus of the joint venture is the development of the gold deposit at Clontibret to construction-ready status and bring it into operation as a gold mine. And yet, at the same time, of course, it is a very large project, a very large property of over 800 square kilometers, and as well as the actual Clontibret gold deposit, which is the primary focus. Nonetheless, at the same time, we'll be moving forward on the other licenses, and I suppose one of the aspects which is so pleasing of our relationship with DMR Export is it's looking at the entire picture. It's looking at the entire potential of the Longford Down Massif and the various other gold targets which we have already discovered there. But now, in cooperation with DMR Export, we'll be able to put the funds and backing into them. and thus give the other licenses the same status, one after the other, as we're giving to Clontibret. And this in turn lays down a foundation for a long-term relationship between the parties. So we're really, really pleased to see it actually now working on the ground and seeing it working, I must say, very well on the ground. There's a great deal to do still, and no doubt as we move towards the definitive agreement, there'll be a lot of detail to be sorted out, legal aspects and so on. But nonetheless, because the letter of intent was so comprehensive, and the DEMA export people, like ourselves, as you know, we agreed that time would be of the essence. And I must say, they and we have lived up to that. We're moving, I must say, quite rapidly with every aspect now. But of course, this one, drilling, was perhaps the largest and obviously crucial, but also very time consuming. And I'm delighted to see that it's well advanced now.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the key difference with this drill program is, of course, part of it is going to be part of the due diligence that DEMA Export are conducting. And you say they've appointed consultants. They're not letting COVID apparently get in the way, or the travel restrictions associated with COVID get in the way. So how are you finding the working relationship?
Finding it very good indeed. And that's been right from the beginning. We made the announcement, the joint announcement, and I have to say the very next day they were on to arrange a meeting between their senior management and our team of people. And it's been like that ever since. I don't think a day has gone by that we haven't been in communication. And that's very pleasing, and it's been very, very measured, very detailed, but at the same time, very good cooperation on I must say, both sides. And I think that is shown in the fact that they were prepared, in the absence of being able to send their own technical people over, to appoint consultants and simply get on with the job, as it were. So that's really been very, very pleasing. We found at all levels, including the technical people, it seems to have worked out very well indeed. And one looks forward to that being the basis for rapid progress with the Clontibret deposit and indeed with the other targets along the Massif. So it's, I must say, it's both very pleasant, very encouraging, and very practical. And I think they see, and as many other people were beginning to see, the enormous potential of the area. So it's nice to see it. And of course, they have the financial resources and indeed the technical resources that are now necessary and enable us, or will enable us, to move very rapidly. And as I say, we've already started this drilling program in Clontibret, and that will simply be the start of a much more extended program at Clontibret. And at the same time, we're also making arrangements for drilling at the other targets along the Massif, along the licenses which we hold. So it's very much all go.
Excellent. So you say that the drilling program has already started. What is the structure of the program and timescales to completion?
We would hope that it will be fully completed very shortly. That's the due diligence, as it were, part of it.
Okay.
So I must say it's come along very well. Everyone has been very cooperative, the drilling contractors and everyone else involved. And it's been going very smoothly indeed.
Okay, so things advancing and progressing very nicely there, it sounds like, Richard. So let's watch this space and look forward to speaking again when you have some drill results to tell us about.
Absolutely. No, it's very, very good.
Okay, well, Professor Richard Conroy, the chairman of Conroy Gold, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this Stockbox interview. For more information, interviews and videos, visit our website at stockboxmedia.com or give us a follow on Twitter by searching @StockboxMedia.